Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We have for you from the Ocarina of Time Randomizer 2024 Season 8 Standard Tournament, a lower bracket round 3 matchup between Volc and Alexis. On tracking, we have Sigmified and Lady Draco, and I'll pass it over to our commentary team of Tumultalk and Out of This World Burrito. Take it away, you two.
Great. Thank you very much, VT Slacker. Welcome, everybody. It's Burrito. With me is Tumble Talk today. How you doing, Tumble Talk?
Hi, everybody. Yeah, this is a weird one for me. I'm actually doing talking instead of pushing buttons.
Well, we like
Doesn't
it when you
usually happen.
talk.
Well, so we kind of skirted over it, but both of these guys have gone through some good opponents to get here.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, Volk's had to climb through since lower bracket round 1, who Sponge sent him there. And he's defeated Floosh and Keydoms to get up here. While Alexis was sent here by Zavi, and Zavi's been a tear in winner's bracket right now, going up against Icola this Sunday in winner's semifinals. So, yeah, both runners have not had it easy, but Alexis was seeded first, but it looks like we're off to go, which our start today is Adult with Zelda's Lullaby. And we also have the Fire Medallion to start with, and both runners are going to go check our Fools.
Yeah, so it means I probably think of going some child early here, but let's see what happens. See, Shadow Temple. I missed that, and I missed that. Zora's something.
Zora's Domain, Shadow Temple, and DMT are Fools.
All right, there we go. Easy enough to do, VT. I do that often where I'm catching it at the last second. Like, oh, I need to put that on.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Song of Time was... Ocarina of Time was Song of Time? Oh, it was Fountain? Okay. Other Zora.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I have been trying to learn how to read the hints the way that the runners do since before season 1, and I still can't do it. So,
Yeah, I think they just look for key parts, like the colored parts. Song of Time's on Prelude. Thank you. Okay, well.
I even tried doing that. I still can't do it. So, I'm gonna trust chat for the hints and stuff on this one, or you as well, because I'm just terrible at it.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I mean, apparently Mr. Moxie's great at it because they're catching it when we're not, and they're not even tracking today.
at least somebody in chat is good for it, so that way there we don't have to worry about missing them ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we got here? We've got a slingshot on Mr. Rufio.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
not
good
bad.
if we need to stop by Lost Woods later. There's our double hint check for looks like for junk on Ganon's castle.
That's I don't know, I didn't catch it. What do you got, Mr. Moxie?
he's working. Leave him alone.
It's also good if we get an early, an early Requiem and end up having to go over Child Spirit or something. We can get past the
Well, we
drop.
got you got a monkey's paw on that one. We got to learn his Epona song, so we can get over to Gerudo's Fortress now.
Yeah. Who wants to do that without anything?
It's been one of those things that's had to happen this season for sure.
That's true. I've seen it at least a couple times, but there's absolutely nothing. Finding random items in random places.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we're gonna get skulls here very soon.
Nice early.
Yeah, it looks like Cow has a hook shot. Wow.
And we got skulls, which we have. I don't know. And
Looks like it was all dead.
a huge something and a heart container.
So Cac had a hook shot. I think it was Domain not found.
Something.
It was or something. No one likes going to Zora's Domain anyways. Looks like Hylian Grave is Zora's Scale. Hylian Shield Grave.
Yeah. You know, I should probably watch like the screen we're supposed to be watching and not the actual restream.
Yeah, I was wondering, I'm like, damn, you're kind of behind on me. But like more than like I would expect. Well, it looks like TARDIS, aka Lone Crate in the Graveyard's dead. Got a piece of heart up there. And it looks like Alexis is going to be the first one in the race to Dampe. I'm going to say 47 seconds. Alexis is fast. Alexis.
I'm gonna wait and see how evil.
Oh,
there we go. I'm gonna put it at a 50 because
I evoke that fireball.
A lot of fire there. He's dropping a lot of fire.
Yeah, I evoke the fire. This is because this is such a hot seat today. Dampe is already warming it up for us.
They both chose to leave Temple of Time without looking at anything, so we have no idea what the medallions are just yet either.
No, the medallions might be pretty nasty. We'll find out.
I mean, it's been so far that every time I've seen a semi-decent start for song and starting medallion, they've gone and had like, you know, Shadow Spirit be our Ganon Castle access or something stupid like that. So let's see how it goes today.
Oh yeah. Oof. Volc having a hard time with the fire. Yeah, Dampe is just aggressive today. He's having a rough start to his February.
Yeah, he woke up and chose violence.
Ugh. It's
Not
like,
even
wow.
doing anything. Ugh. Purple
Rough.
Ruby apart. So, not even worth it.
I know, he literally had you run through the fire and flames for nothing.
Well, they will carry on. Did you
Yeah,
just
did it
lose
turn off for you too?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going over the restream for a moment here. Let's see. Alexis is
Refresh
going
fixed
into,
it.
Okay. Alexis is going into Composer Grave.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see what's on Composer Grave's song here. I have noticed a lot of runners this season, especially in adult starts, orphaning Composer's Grave Torch check early on in the seed.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. It's like this is one I don't like to do without. Like if you know, I get Zeller, like all I do it is adult, and I'll come back, child, try to route the night of day, time of day, right? But they're getting Minuet, so a nice little song chain at least.
Yeah, that's a really strong song to have for movement early on.
You're welcome, Moxie. And Alexis is going to immediately take it. So let's see what we got. We got some more hints too, which will be nice. And
ooh, Requiem, that's really nice.
So we can keep going on the song chain.
Mm-hmm.
Song train keeps it rolling.
Bear Temple's on path to Baronade, is that what that says?
I think so. It looked like it.
That's potentially spicy. We still haven't seen our medallions yet, so we'll see how much of a pain that may or may not be.
Well, it tells us that Baronade is most likely a medallion then, right? So
right.
Or something.
Question is which one though, because Boomerang seems to throw everyone a curve.
Oh boy, this is that kind of seed today, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, Prelude.
Prelude. Okay. It's nice movement songs at least. I didn't catch it the second time. What is it? No, it is, yeah. Spirit Temple of Baronade.
All right, well, Baronade's important today.
Let's see what this one gives us.
Act is to fan, yeah. Okay.
Well, that's the hook shot.
Probably.
Unless we find the ball somewhere easily. Alright. Now we'll get our medallions. So. That was ice.
Tree's light. Wow. Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Ooh, looks like...
Baronade Shadow Medallion. So Jab was going to be the Shadow Medallion.
Yeah, so these medallions are pretty tricky today. So to your point, yeah, Baronade to Shadow Medallion is probably the first most concerning one because that's locking our bridge access. And so that means it's stuck behind finding Boomerang and defeating Baronade. Twin Rova had Forest Medallion, which is also spicy because if Prelude check is a useful song, that's going to stink. And then Water Medallion was on Bongo Bongo, so that could be a late Burning Cat check then.
Is that a saving quit out of Alexis that put him in the river?
Yes, that is.
And that was what? Something to Twin Rover. That was a different Twin Rover. I didn't catch it. Did anybody catch what that was for Twin Rover? Inside Ganon Castle at Twin Rover. Oh, that's interesting, man. Okay. I wonder what that's gonna
be. Mirror? Long shot? We still have a lot of items left to find, so who knows? But yeah, Burning Cat can't be Nocturne in the seed, but it could still be something that sucks. We'll find out.
Well, it could still be Ocarina of Time. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's true. And based on the medallions we know that our stone dungeons are King Dodongo, so Dodongo's Cavern, Volvagia, and then Morpha, which are not great stone dungeons to have.
Well, let's hope that the Dodongo's Cavern doesn't screw anybody like it did last night.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiling yesterday's race.
Dodongo's Cavern is always a tempting place to go early because it's just flush with checks and it's really accessible, but sometimes you spend that time and you're not rewarded for it. But that's how Randomizer goes.
Yeah, last night though it was rewarding. Just one person chose to do it, one person didn't. And that's kind of what decided the race.
That's pretty nuts. And we get Volc grabbing their first Golden Skulltula. We want to welcome in the Silver Gauntlets. Thanks for the raid. Welcome everybody in. You're just for the start of lower bracket round. Oh my goodness, three. Lower bracket round 3 between Volc and Alexis, and it's already coming in hot. So this is going to be a very interesting seed we have.
Yeah. VT, if you have a second, can you?
Looks like Flame Check was dead. Who's winning? We're winning because we're seeing an excellent race between 2 top runners. Still haven't found our Augury of Time check, unfortunately. It looks like Kokiri's on path to Evil's Bane, though.
That's the light arrows, nice.
I mean, is it just gonna be in Mino's house?
I want to see behind the thunderstorms. It's in the grotto.
Oh yeah.
So Silver Gauntlets, for anybody who doesn't know, is hosting the Season 8 Challenge Cup, which is runners 33 to 96 of the bracket stage. And that's probably what they were hosting over there coming from, right? Is that Challenge Cup match?
Probably.
Thank you, BT.
And it looks like there was Farah's win there in Zora's River, freestanding at the very far end. Now, that's not required for anything, but having it early on can be great for movement. Saves a lot of time as long as they could find magic.
Oh, it's the brackets, bro. Okay. Yes. And then Lon Chicken's not giving us anything on that side. There's a repeat for Twin Rover, and I still didn't catch it, but this is your house. Inside games.
Like Bolero.
Do that. Bolero on that one. Which is, nice. Continue our song chain.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
So,
Volc hasn't gone the right way yet.
no, he hasn't, which, it's just Prelude, so it's okay to delay it right now. Hopefully he doesn't forget about it, though, because Prelude can save a lot of time with Child, especially since we're starting in Zora's River as Child save quit.
He may have also decided he's going to do Child Spirit, so he's like, I'll just do it when I do it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, we got a bow in the grain silo here in the back of Lon.
It's good to find.
That'd be our first bow find. We have hookshot and bow and minuet. Force Temple looking nice right now.
Also, the horse and the hookshot and the bow makes GTG look a little bit more inviting too. You can do a good chunk of the fortress. You can check the chest and you can do horseback archery.
That's true. I'm sure our runners will want to get out there once they have a few more items to do Gruder Chain Ground itself, as we are missing our strength, unfortunately.
Yep. Which could be one of them inside of the GC.
That's true. Yeah, IGC to Twin Ropa. That was that hint.
And there we go. He's going with Sword Spirit Temple now.
Mm-hmm.
While Alexis does domain checks. Which I didn't see the chest. I'm assuming. Well, no, I'm not going to assume anything because I didn't see it. And gold dot.
I'm guessing yes. Then it was Zora's Fountain. Foolish, since we're seeing domain checks here. To go back to that question earlier.
Yeah, there's definitely a good chance we're not going to see what's behind the forest medallion for a long time.
Having scale this early is nice. Getting down to Lake Hylia quick from that save, and then we can set up Scarecrow song. So that's going to be a worry off Alexis' mind here, as they likely go check fishing here.
Fishing into the open water, maybe, or fishing into who knows what. I mean, the nice thing is I could also put my microphone closer to my mouth so you could actually
eat it.
The nice thing about that start too is you're right in the Lost Woods entrance, so you can go right over. Very good starting point for Child today.
Yeah, really smooth movement wherever you choose, and we're already seeing some runner divergence. To your point earlier, Volc waited to go do Child Spirit, which is why they waited.
Nice thing about the Spirit, you gotta do it eventually anyway, so might as well do it now.
Yeah. could pull something, or it could also give you a hint about keys. Like if we don't find any keys over here, there's a good chance that maybe one of your keys is locked behind magic or fire later on.
So far, it's turning up nothing. There's nothing on the flame check. And I didn't catch what came off of fishing, but I don't think it was anything.
It was not anything, no. To chat's point, does Alexis have time of day to go to Owl to Long Long Ranch? I think it'd be pretty tight at this point.
Looks like he might be trying, though.
I'm down for it. Oh, Saria's song is Saria's song.
That's nice. That's nice for your Lost Woods. Oh, and there's a notification on oh no, it's just off the screen. Never mind.
No, that's fine.
Gary Force, Evil Spain, to Lost Woods. But yeah, sorry, it's just nice to find for Lost Woods. I mean, you're gonna come back for the bomb checks later anyway, but at least you can get most of the other checks right now. The Bridge Scrub, the Skull Kid, Song, and the Target in the Woods all together, so decent routing.
Colossus is Blue Fire Bottle, let's go!
Blue Fire Bottle and Deku Seeds, so nice to get for the hands though.
Oh, yep, and here's two big chests and Mitos as light arrows. There's a second bow. Shoes.
Like finding those.
And there's light arrows. Alright, well that resolved easily.
Nice easy Mitos.
Wow, Mito just stocking us up.
Now to see what the chew pack is. Oh. Having them is nice, but it's nice to get more than 5.
I'm not feeling too greedy about the seed right now, though. It's been pretty generous. Like we don't bomb bags yet, but we already have hook shot, 2 bows, slingshot, and despite what our medallions ended up and our song checks are locked, our song list so far is looking pretty good. The only thing of concern right now is where's Storms, and then we know Song of Time is behind Prelude from the hints. So as long as Toilet Room's not bad, or you have to go left in Water Temple, which if we're in Water Temple and a Water Stone Sea, that's already a bad sign anyways.
Yeah, very much so. And you know, having a Stone Jabu on the water, I mean a Barren Shadow on the water medallion is helpful. I don't even know where I was going with that Stone Jabu, whatever I started saying, but you know, Barren Shadow for the water medallion is nice. You don't have to worry about that when you get in there and do it. You can get in there and do it whenever you want. It's a nice way to, nice 15 minutes of thinking you have to figure out what to do next.
I think your point was that Jabu's canonically infected with a parasite, so maybe it's giving him some kidney stones. All right, let's see if anything on the Saria song here with Skull Kid.
See what it says.
Let me see. Piece of art.
It's nice to find early though.
It's nice that Mito also gave us a heart container.
A little bit of health, especially without any tunics yet or any wallets, is nice to have when you gotta do. Actually, you don't have to do either of them. You can just skip both of them. Hopefully today.
That is a nice hint, though. Lakeside Lab is bomb bag.
We're one scale away from that.
Or even just iron boots.
True. Scale or iron boots. Either one would be good.
It'd be cool to have scale. That's like the intended way.
Only the 5-pack.
Only a 5-pack, yeah. Gonna be, you know, it's still early on. These runners might choose to start scumming some of those chews.
I think is what Volc is going to do here with these checks in, you know, SFM and the rest of it.
When you're early on in one of these seeds, safe scumming your chews can definitely be worth it. It's once later on the seed where you start going, how much time am I actually saving here?
So far, not paying out.
We still got like 2 more grottos.
Yeah, and then we'll see if he keeps it or goes away. I think he's gonna go away. But it's nice knowing where the bomb bag is. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So if he does get something here, that's into it. You know,
Even if the bomb bag's like in an inconvenient location, just having that info is valuable because it also can give you some logic hints about. Oh look, I evoked it. Where Iron Boots might be.
No, there's the bomb bag right there. Okay, so.
Oh yeah.
He may not scum these.
No.
I mean, they don't have a good menu, right? So you can just go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad to get back to, but I think the point here is, like, we know exactly where this can go. Oh, there's strength off a slingshot, which we're about to see over here in Volc's side.
That's Forest Temple.
Yeah.
So.
This seed's like, hey, Phantom Ganon's lonely. He needs a house call. But yeah, going back to the point earlier, having those Iron Boots now, and knowing that it's on Lakeside Lab, and you already have hook shot, you're like, I'm gonna hold on to this because if I have to stretch for that bomb bag, I'd rather do that than not have bomb bag.
Yes,
don't fall asleep for double forest. You kidding me?
I might.
No, I love double forest. It's always exciting when somebody tries to go for Floor Master Room and messes up the slash and then ends up on the ground. You're like, uh-oh. Now you're behind, technically. How's the seat so far? Yeah, a lot's been going on in 20 minutes. I think the biggest concern right now for runners is, wow, another big chest in Kokiri. So, Lost Woods is pretty loaded, it looks like. With magic, yeah, absolutely loaded.
He's not gonna check the scrubs, but he's not gonna scum the chews either. So looks like he might be back help here. It's like
so that was
I think that's what this seems like to me.
Oh yeah, no, he's going to get bombed back. Are you kidding me? We have magic, Iron Boots, and our first strength all in Lost Woods. Yeah, Alex missed his shoes by not grabbing that small box out of Midos.
Right inside Kokiri. Like you could have just gone Lost Woods and Kokiri Forest and be like, oh hey, look, I can go do Forest.
Yep. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, you have to get the hookshot out of Kakariko, I guess. But besides that,
well, it was an adult start. So yeah, Volc's like, I don't need a bomb bag for Forest. Let's just go.
Where'd you get the Zora tunic?
I forgot. I saw it, but I didn't register it.
I don't even think I saw it.
Yes, the Iron Boots were bomb locked. So we have Iron Boots and magic out of logic.
Yeah, so
magic was in the other bombable grotto in Lost Woods.
I figure that scale's probably somewhere relatively open.
Mm-hmm. If not, then there's another bomb bag just out there living its good life.
Oh,
to go back to the earlier question, yeah, the seat's been pretty hot. We've had a lot of good items early on, just free, like Tom will talk about. Hook just hang out there in Kakariko for free in Impa's house. But again, we're right now concerned mostly about our medallions here, with Shadow Medallion being on Baronade. And we also have Force Medallion on Twin Rova, and then Water Medallions on Bongo. We know Shadow's Baron from our hints, but we still don't know where something important like Song of Storms could be. If that's on Burning Cack, you're going to get that one late, potentially. And then, where's Boomerang?
Doesn't look like Alexis grabbed the bomb shoes.
Nope.
Marked. So that's a miss, considering he just picked up Serenade off of Bolero, which means that would have made it very easy to get those bombs.
Yeah, some runners just opt to skip those small chests because they're just like, I don't want to gamble time on maybe getting shoes. But I think early on in the seed, especially when you have bomb bag, it's worth it, especially if you're just literally walking by it. Speaking of shoes, evoking them again, Volc getting reloaded here in Forest.
What was that? Repeat on the Kakariko.
Mm-hmm. We still haven't found our Ocarina of Time hint, which is nuts.
Yeah. Let's see though. Let's see.
It's out there somewhere.
That Song of Storms is on Prelude.
Song of Time's on Prelude.
Song of Time, excuse me.
So we're still missing hints on Sun Song, Song of Storms, and Nocturne.
Yeah, those are the four. Yeah. So
Which,
one of those
honestly-
is going to be ice, one of those is going to be burning cack, and one's going to be OT. So it should be interesting
Yeah.
to see which one goes where. So we know that Nocturne can't be on burning cack at least. So we know that's either Sunstorms. But it could be on either of the other two.
Yeah.
No, we saw Minuet. Minuet was Requiem.
Mm-hmm. The runners diverged actually pretty early, Kodov, with Volc opting to stayed adult for a little bit longer. Alexis going back to child a little bit earlier. And then when they were both in child, they just went completely different routes with Alexis following Requiem a little bit earlier to see what was on that, which we found was Prelude. And then during child, just Volc did child spirit side, which there's no keys in. Good info to have. Volc finding their second strength in forest. Oh my goodness.
Alright, so it's pretty much a guarantee that it's not a strength in Ganon's Castle for Twin Rope.
No. If these two are available, it's most likely pointing at a mirror or something.
Yep, this is... Where was the first strength?
First strength was Lost Woods slingshot target.
Right. Okay, so that was... The slingshot was... for Rufio. So that
Yeah,
was
slingshot was a Syncac.
Hookshot was by the cow, so that was free. Oh, well, there was two of them, and both of them were free. So yeah, definitely not going to be first strength. That's both strengths are very much available. I mean, heck, you could have come in here without doing target in the woods, and just that one is your first strength.
Yep. Yeah, chat's saying that there might have been a peak in Crater, that there was a third strength in there. I wasn't looking at the time, I was taking notes.
Wasn't Crater?
Death Mountain Trail is foolish.
Ah, that's what it was, okay. Was that on top of Volcano the third strength? Is that good?
Yeah.
We have Valero, so it's not like we couldn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
To start the river, well, we have the scale, but to start the river, we have beans. I know one of them picked up a bunch of beans. I think it was Alexis picked up 2 or 3.
It was Alexis, I believe.
And there's Alexis getting some shoes, which we know is at least a 10-pack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've seen it on Volc yet to see what it actually was. It's nice to find. And granted, Volc can just go get that bomb bag whenever he wants. So as soon as he plays Bolero, he'll get his sand and then that will let him go get the bomb bag nice and easy. He may just do that. After focus, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that's me. I'm just being a pain in the butt.
It's okay. We just got to get you a longer mic arm or something.
I mean, it's right there. I talk low in general, so that doesn't help.
Oh, sure.
Nice thing about it is I could probably go do that myself, so the VT doesn't have to worry about it.
The Volc's already up to 6 skulls. Definitely not freaking 10 and 20. Whereas, I don't think Alexis has been as aggressive on the skull collecting.
Well, on the bright side, you know, most we're going to only need the 20.
That's true.
That's what I haven't been seeing a lot of. Like, we did at the very beginning of the season. There was a lot of, like, heavy skull seeds, but lately it's been dead skulls after dead skulls after dead skulls.
Yeah, for those who got the Zabi versus Cola race, both of them just kind of ignored skulls the whole seed. Like, 30, 40, 50 were dead, and both of them were like, I'm just going to hope there's nothing on 10 and 20. Like, I think Zabi finished with the most skulls at the end of that seed with 3. So it just kind of comes down to runner preference and what they're feeling. And again, these runners know that they're up against the other best runners. So they might go, you know, that time I'm spending checking skulls isn't worth it, especially in a seed where you find something like Hookshot or Boomerang really late. That seed, it was a late Hookshot seed for sure. To answer chat's question, yeah, Ferrora's win was in River, at the end of River, the freestanding heart piece before the waterfall. Irons was in Lost Woods, locked behind Scrub in the grotto. That was bomb locked, and we still haven't our first bomb bag, so we have that out of logic right now. So it's something to keep in mind when considering logic.
And there's another slingshot, so you didn't even need that. How's this sound now, Chad? Sound better?
I hear you better now.
Okay.
I know you didn't ask me, but I'm weighing in anyways.
I mean, you were hearing me okay anyway, so. I turned it up.
I did turn you up in Discord though, so.
That might be why. I turned me up in Discord for the restream thing a little bit more. Even though Volc pretty much had me at max, I just kind of kicked it the last couple of inches.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yay!
Sing your first post, sister.
Which one is this one?
Mo. I only ever remember Meg. That's the only post sister name. Someone's told me at least 3 times, but I never remember. But we've had good movement from both runners so far in Forest. Alexis likely about to try the jump slash down to, yep, Lore Master here. Because we want to go make sure what's in there. Got it. All right, both runners neck and neck in terms of speed of clearing. If we had to say who's behind in this seed right now, Alexis did not get iron boots, but they both got the hint about Lakeside Lab Dive, I believe. So they both know bomb bag's there.
I think Kirby is the other way for the first two. I think it's Joelle, Beth, Amy, and Meg. So Joelle is the red.
Yeah, I remember that they're named after the sisters in Little Women, but I don't know Little Women. I'm too young for that.
I mean, I'm too young for that, to be fair. That book is very old.
Yeah, it wasn't on my required list of reading.
I always found the required list of reading just kind of made me not want to read the books that were on it.
It does vary. I didn't think I'd be making chat self-conscious about their age. I'm not old. I'm also not good at trivia.
It's also nice that we're making chat self-conscious instead of the other way around, which is what they usually like to do.
It's true. I did get quizzed on my hookshot logic last commentary. Hookshot medallion logic, and I was like, Saigo did their best to help me out.
Logic gets fun in this game. Nice thing about being tracker is that I can just let you guys discuss it, and I can just sit there and just push buttons and be like, yep, I'm not even going to entertain it.
Yeah, it's a nice learning experience, though, and I've been studying up using some of the resources. One of the things that I was having a hard time finding, though, just for my own reference, is my Google Foo's probably just failing me. Anybody know a good resource for, in these settings, dungeon keys in terms of counting keys? Because I would like to get better at counting keys, but I'm having a hard time finding good information on that.
You got me there, sorry.
I know, I even checked the vanilla logic requirements page on the wiki, but it just said key logic will vary. I'm like, that's not helpful. What is helpful, though, is this big chest. Maybe.
I know somebody did a thing for spirit key logic.
It's Lens, let's go! Treasure chest minigame is go.
There's a command to it over on, I think Silver Gauntlets has a command to it. If not Silver Gauntlets and Scrubs, one of the two of them has a command for it.
Oh, that makes sense.
I still have my GameCube set up. It's actually sitting right in front of my TV across the room for me.
I was thinking about GameCube last night. I was watching Pikmin speedrun, and I was like, what an aesthetic.
Yeah, I got this game on it. I got
the keys.
One of the best Fire Emblem games.
Holy shit, it's 7 pages!
Yeah.
Thank you, Tobias. Yeah, so when Melk was like, there's an essay on spirit key logic, and I'm like, yeah, I bet there is.
Yep. Spirit key logic gets fun depending on what you have for items and what's required. My favorite is just the required long shot if it's on a hand for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the doc. I know I probably don't have the mental bandwidth to count keys every time I'm commentating, but there's been a lot of races where we're like, Is there an item on Pierre? Like, just that question always comes up. And we just have to watch the runners and be like, all right, it looks like not because they're skipping it. And then chat's like, wait, no, there is. And like, oh, okay.
Let's just hope that doesn't come up this time, because fire is a stone, and we're hoping we don't have to go in there. Or at least the runners are probably hoping they don't have to go in there.
Okay, anytime anything's a stone.
Time in. We just don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, speaking of all dungeons, if this is an all dungeon seed, that'd be a real backbreaker of an all dungeon seed. Dongos isn't that bad, but if we're going to do water, we're going to need to find long shot. And then if we're going to do fire, we're going to need to find hammer. So that would be a bastard for sure.
I mean, there may be something in fire, and we don't even need the hammer. We just have
That's
to go in
true.
there.
But then you're like, where is it? And then you peek vanilla boss key chest and see there's something good in there. You're like, I don't have a hammer. I got to do the loop.
My favorite is when you can climb to the top of fire without hammer. That's always a fun one. And you get up there and it's still nothing, but you still do it. Has anybody caught how many chews that pack was that we found in the forest? So I'm really curious about this, but neither one of them had brought it up.
No. We might see it soon.
Volc is just about done, so...
Mm-hmm.
With the
Now, here's a question. Do you think, now that Alexis has chews, they go back and check Lost Woods with him? Since they're here?
Right there. Yeah, you're right there. I don't see why not.
Well, I think the why not would be, well, I already did Kokiri, and I have other things I could be chasing right now. Especially since they have 2 strength, they could go start dipping Spirit, because they have a path hint in Spirit for Baronade, and you might pull Boomerang out early, which would then get you earlier Shadow Medallion, so I would see the temptation of just leaving and coming back later, since we do have Minuet.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know where one of the 2 pieces we need for Jabba are, though. So, you know, you may pick that up and doing those 3 checks quick, and then you're done with Lost Woods. You don't have to worry about it again, because they've done all the other checks for it. So, like,
yeah, absolutely, and that was a really great quick kill by Volc.
I love that quick kill.
They make it look
one of my
easy.
favorites to see.
I know. It's not easy, but they
I
make
like
it look
that
easy.
one. Like, the Morpho one is great when people do it, but that one is even more magnificent music, because not a lot of people go for it.
Well, yeah, people don't go for it, and also it's got more swag to it, because you pull out the bow, and then you get him to spin the staff, and you jab him again. It just looks cooler than Morpho. Like, Morpho quick kill's great, but the Phantom Ganon quick kill's got a little bit more swagger to it.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
More
swag.
like Phantom Ganon, Phantom gone on to the other side. Good one. Give a shot. Bomb Shoes and Ice Cavern. Cool.
Is that the final chest in Ice Cavern is Bomb Shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still doesn't tell us our song, but it's something.
There's 10 shoes back there, though.
Yeah, but I can't see Volc at least going in there without a bomb bag yet.
No, especially since you know where it is. And you can get it now. Spirit Temple to Baronade again. Are we still missing one more path hint? Chat mentioned earlier that we might have a dual IGC path hint, but I think that was just the duplicate of the first one.
So now, here's that spirit dip you were talking about.
Ooh, I love my Spirit Dip. It's chunky.
I mean, you pull Rudos, do you do ice? No, I guess you don't do ice yet, because you don't have any bottles.
No, no bottles. Well, you know where Blue Fire bottle is. It's on the hand, and we're here.
Also true. I mean, but yeah, for Rudos, we would have a bottle, so I guess there's that.
Only concern right now is we don't have a fire source. So if the runners do want to get that chest, if they do need to get that chest in the statue room, get pull it on that Armo statue gamers.
I love watching that, though. It's fun. It's a fun one to see.
Mm-hmm. It's less punishing since we have quick pushing, but it still sucks.
Well, it's like the timer in the green poet room. It's so useless at this point, because there's no way you're going to fail it.
Yes, we should have 5 path hints in any seed. Those are guaranteed.
I think you have 3 or 4.
I believe we have 4. What if we bring back slow block push? I think you're going to see these top 32 runners in your direct messages immediately, Milkwe.
So So there's the key. There's one key between the child and adult lower checks.
Mm-hmm.
There's
I don't think there's a high odds of Alexis skipping Child Spirit, but I don't think they're going to stretch for it anytime soon.
We know it's nothing, so if they don't do it, then it's not going to cost them anything. We'll give them a little bit of time back against Alexis. I mean, up against Volc.
Yeah, we did see it on Volc's side earlier. We do know it's nothing. But I think the thing sitting in Alexis' mind would be, okay, well, I know Spirit's path, and I didn't find anything on Adult's side, and maybe if they don't have Mirror, they might try it. But, ooh, wow, there's a lot of junk early on in Spirit. Really testing
this Spirit is pushing you. Ice physics and force would be hilarious.
I think people would hate that more, to be honest.
From a watching perspective, that would be hilarious.
Oh, sure. All right. Ooh, big chest. That might be our path.
It'll be something. And finally another key, too. Kind of needs to be there. Let's see what it is. So it was a 10-pack. Thank you.
So chew rich.
Right, so there we go. Alexis is gonna check the lost move. Looks like there's a third bow.
Okay, so that's not our path since we've already found two bows.
Nice of you to give us the bow for that game.
Mm-hmm. We're fully loaded on the quiver though. We're good to go.
I think that was 8 tokens for Volc there.
Hmm. We're in bow mode. It's true. We're all strung up. Oh, there's another big one, and the boss key in the same room. Child was just so close to greatness, but it was all too late. Okay, Kokiri. Oh, that could be the path.
I mean, we need that.
We do need it for Deku.
Yeah, just one of these seeds. I'd like to find them to give us like all 5 of the hints are just straight up and not like convoluted ridiculousness.
Mm-hmm. But yes, to Fox's point, it looks like we are fire locked here.
Oh, we got a key, so we can get through the key door.
That's true.
There's Alexis's bomb bag whenever he wants to go get it. Yeah, here we go. And there's still 3 checks you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could do the statue push. We just mean, speaking logically, you'd be fire locked here. So then, because we're thinking where's Din's kind of thing, or even fire arrows. And there's magic. I'm glad Alexis didn't skip Lost Woods.
It looks like they may even go do the 3rd chest too. 3rd check. Nope, go to the Garden City. Never mind.
This will be our first look at Goron City. No one's got in here yet.
Alexis has been in here. He hasn't been able to do anything though. He did check the maze, so.
Oh my goodness! I didn't even look at that one. That didn't register on me.
I can't see it on the smaller screen. I had to blow them up, and I didn't when he did it. So I don't know. We may see something here. He may have seen something. It looks like he saw something. That's why he's going this way.
Yeah, chat's saying that it was 2 big chests back there.
Oh well, then yeah.
And we do have silvers, so we're even logic. We're in logic here for the one on the left side.
Or logic here for all 3 of them, technically.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
So looks what was a key and junk on the 2 visible chests in Spirit. And the lovely sounds of low hearts.
Oh, low hearts is always a good sound.
This is just
Double D!
Alright, so here's something.
Alright, that's our blue fire bottle on Volc's side.
Yes.
Okay, so the only item we found so far, Spirit, that could be path to Baronade from Spirit is the Kokiri sword.
Which,
Nope, Volc changed their mind. They played Prelude and like, wait, Bolero.
this will get them their Serenade, which may get them their, maybe like, oh, let's go get those bombs while we're here.
Oh, here's the crater peak. You know, that could be gauntlets up there, but it's so hard to see. That's harder to see than Strength 1, you know?
Alexis is gonna go dip. Dodongo.
Dang. Interesting. I'm a little surprised they're not going for the adult spirit play, considering how ready they are for it now, minus Fire Source. But to Kirby fans' point, I'd agree, given where we know where our songs are, which songs we're still missing, getting to Ice sooner than later could be the play, because you can either find Nocturne or Song of Storms off that. The bad pull would be Sun Song.
I would tell you that. I mean, if you got Sun's on there, it would tell you that, you know, Nocturne was on OoT and Storms was behind Burning Cack. But
That'd be terrible information, but nice to know.
but if Song of Storms is behind Burning Cack, that means that there's nothing on. It means Song of Storms checks. Because by the time we get it, we're gonna have all the medallions.
Mm-hmm. So we did get the Skull Mask as dead hint, and Volc is now up to 10 golden Skulltulas after doing Lakeside Lab dive here, so we're gonna get Bomb Bag out of here.
Good play before he goes back, child. If he decides
Mm.
to still do that, he may do all of the adult late checks here while he's thinking of it, because I think he said his Scarecrow song.
I didn't see Volc do it. I saw Alexis do it. I don't know if Volc came to Child Lake.
Nope, I missaw. I thought it was Volc who did, but you're right, it was Alexis who did.
That's okay. I have obviously... It's hard to watch everything at the same time. And then
We are
remember
going
it.
to the field, though.
That is true.
He could go to GGD right now and clear most of it. Yeah, clear most of it.
It's not I think there's progression stuff to do, though, with going Child.
Yeah,
But I feel you
he's
on that.
right here in the field, so he may be thinking that.
Mm-hmm. But we do have Serenade. So it's not that, oh my goodness, pulled Ring out of field.
Right, well, that tells you what's in Deku then.
Yeah, so
That's a
yeah,
strong
so it's
push to
Ruto's
child.
letter.
It's a very strong push to child.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do Deku, you get your letter, you do Jabu, and then hopefully you never have to go back child again.
Mm-hmm. There's a strength upgrade hint. Don't really...
I mean, hell, with that
Didn't see
bomb
what it
back, you
was.
can clear the rest of child market too. Actually, did they even do a slingshot game? Has Eddie done a slingshot game?
No, they didn't do market shooting. As in market
Oh.
shooting gallery.
They do all of market.
Blue fire arrows, that's nice to have. On Lexi's side there in Dodong.
Rush ice, you know.
Oh, there we go. Ocarina of Time is Song of Storms. So that means Nocturne's on Prelude.
No, Nocturne is on ice.
Ice. There we go. The other one.
Yeah, the Sun Song's on Prelude.
Sun's on Prelude.
So, probably don't need Storms or Prelude then. Or no, you may need Storms. You probably won't need Suns.
I mean, Volk's already halfway there on Skulls. I don't think too worried about it.
I mean, I don't think we've seen a Frogs 2 check though, have we?
No, I don't think we've seen a hint or a check on that one. Son of Storms.
Yeah, that's true. There was a second blue fire bottle in the Dodongo.
And Dodongo's like, hey, I know you're gonna have to go to ice today. Here you go.
Let's make it easy for you. Alright, so here's the night market. Volc can do all of night market here.
In the same itemy path for 2 hints? I don't think so. Frog. Claim check's dead, so we're leaving Frog behind. And there's another bomb bag in the back of DC, so there's a bomb black bomb bag.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to go to the lake one.
Yeah, that's convenient for Alexis. But, you know, Volc had Serenade, so it wasn't that far away, and then also it ushered him to South Hyrule Field to find that boomerang. Because right now, my question is, when does Alexis do South Hyrule Field?
Yeah, well, that's a good point. I mean, he may go do it to get his Scarecrow, you know, that. Put his Scarecrow song in and pop it then.
Good point. Alexis did
there's
set
a
up
bunch of other
Scarecrow
stuff to
song.
do first, though.
Oh yeah. There you go. Chat's clarifying. You can have a you have 2 hints for items that lead to each other, but you can't have the same named item as the same path in. For clarification. And remember, we're getting their guesses in for treasure chest minigame as Alexis finishes up Dedang. First one's right. Left believers are out. Right again. 2 rights do not make a left, or 3 rights. But at least 2, not today either. Oh, 2 rights and a left. There you go. And Dedong didn't drop anything, but Alexis does have Gore and Ruby now.
And the bomb bag was a good find for him, even if he didn't know what the other one was.
Looks like Alexis is going to go do adult shooting gallery in CAC.
He'll probably do that. Probably do Read That Grave too while he's here. We haven't seen that yet.
Treasure chest minigame is Stone of Agony, the best item to put at the end of it. Volc not even grabbing it.
I would love to see a return to Stone Hands for one of these.
I feel, are you being sincere? I feel like a lot of people say that ironically.
No, I would. That's another layer to it, you know, because none of your everything that's on the hint stone isn't in logic until you get the Stone Agony, with the hints being on behind the Stone Agony.
On average, how much time would that add to a seed, do you think?
Honestly, it probably wouldn't, because people would just check things and wouldn't even worry about it.
You know, that's fair. There's been a few races this season where sometimes the hint believers get punished for it. But it looks like there's nothing in Redead Grotto here in CAC, and Alexis is going to play Bolero, and yep, you're going to put that bomb bag to work immediately. Volc is going to go into Deku, chasing that Kokiri sword path, because it's Spirit to Baronade to Kokiri, it looks like, which will likely get us the Ruto's letter since we found Ray.
Looks like Alexis might be thinking ice here.
Yeah.
But he does have the outstanding Grotto here at the top that he didn't check before, so he's probably going to do that and then go through Lost Woods to ice. I think that's what it looks like he's doing.
That'd be the fastest, given the current situation.
He doesn't know what song is there. So the hint was on Volc's side, but this is still good 50-50 play for him. Or I guess 33% chance play for him.
Yeah. This play can logically open up a bomb bag. I mean... Shit, that's a good point. I guess we still haven't technically found our logically first bomb bag.
So Stone of Agony, before hints were just on... Oh, hello, Hammer. Before hints were just there, was what was required in order to be able to read the hints off of the Gossip Stones. So the Gossip Stones wouldn't tell you anything unless you had Stone of Agony. So you needed that in order to read the hints off the stones. What it does in the vanilla game is it makes it so that whenever you buy one of those Bomb Grottos or the Song of Storm Grottos, it makes your controller shake. So that's what it does in the vanilla game.
If you had the Rumble Pack. If your parents sprung for that Rumble Pack for you.
Yeah, you need the... Well, in the GameCube one, it was built into the controller. But yeah, on the...
Sure.
Before, you needed the Rumble Pack.
I guess I just showed my age.
Well, that's why it's shaped like a Rumble Pack.
Yeah. There's another big chest in here, though, over by the gold Skulltula.
Let's see if this
I was about to say, like, don't tell me Hammer's on path, man. Nope, there's our letter. Cool.
Okay. I think that was 11.
Yeah, it should be
11,
around there.
11 choose. 11 skulls.
Let's see.
That heavy, Din?
Yeah, I don't think it was that heavy. I mean, the thing is, it was so tall that if you sat down, you could like rest on your leg anyway. Alexis about to do King Zora skip, but unfurls the old man. I got $20 for it. Are we in no mode? No. We don't know where Din's fire is.
Well, we know that there is something for Twin Rova and something for Bongo Bongo in IGC. We can beat Deku, we can beat Jabu. So really we're looking for whatever the item is that's not Bongo Bongo locked in, that's not for Bongo Bongo in IGC, so either the hovers or dins.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like one item-ish. Yeah, so we know Nocturne's in ice. So yeah, we need dins, hovers, and the mirror shield. But we know
Good
that
point. Forgot about my favorite sliders.
2 of those should be in Gang Castle. So
Yeah.
it's either dins or hovers, potentially. Unless something is, like Spirit Trout 2 locked and we need, long shot or fire arrows to get there.
Mm-hmm. Now this could be spicy. With 2 items being inside Ganon's, we might have something Strength 3 locked. There's a high odds of that with Light Trial. And then there's the odds that we don't have long shot or fire arrows yet. So something's back in Shadow Trial. We might need to fill in a few more steps before getting there.
Technically, right now, we also need a second scale in order for that bomb bag to be in logic.
That's true. We still don't have our logical first bomb bag. I think at this point there is a pretty high odds that it is that second scale, and it's just somewhere like you mentioned earlier.
I don't think either of them care.
Oh no,
As far
absolutely.
As I know, but
it's just for info.
Yep. Yep, and Virgil telling us where the other 3 songs are that we're missing.
Yeah, good reminder of Song of Time is on Prelude, Storm's Ocarina of Time, and Sun's on Burning Crag.
We still have the potential for the hover boots or something being in the well.
That's true. No one's looked in well yet. Volc might here going down Zora's River with bombs in hand.
Well, no, he doesn't have sword. He can't go in the well. So
Oh gosh, yeah, that's right.
Still be all dungeons. We're still not out of it.
I swear, the last handful of seas I watched, it was just Storms is free or early. Yeah, so right now the nasty thing would be if Storms is required, because then we'd have to do AD, which in that case Alexis is a leg up on that, having already finished Dodongo.
And then there was nothing 100% required in Dodongo.
No, but it saved Alexis a Lakeside Lab dive again finding that bomb bag, so some nice things to find in there.
And so it looks like there's absolutely nothing in ice except for the song. Since we know that there's chews on the last chest, but nothing necessary in Ice Cavern. So Ice Cavern is a busted tip of the song.
Mm-hmm. But you get some quick skulls out of it since we had Hookshot already, so it helps alleviate points.
And we're still missing a pathway, right?
We are, I believe, unless that IGC Bongo Bongo was a thing.
Queso was in... I like that. Kakiri Sword was in the child climb in Spirit, but you can't get there as a child. You have to go as adult because there's no key on child side.
We have all paths.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Kakiri Forest Domain. That's right. Rutro. Alexis is spinning.
I'll come back, I believe.
Well, we're going to Jabu on Volc side, so we'll at least get to see the inside of the fish.
Alexis's internet just didn't want to see the end of Ice Cavern.
Well, it looks like he's up in the stream. Either that or it hopped back. No, it hopped back.
It's returned. Didn't get to see the end of Ice Cavern though. Scam.
There we go. Okay, he's back.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna see
Pretty sure he's gonna
King
have
Zor get out of the way.
Yeah, almost. We know that it had to be Nocturne there.
Yeah, absolutely. Volc checking Child Zord as main finally. We know that he will not be rewarded for this, but good to do while you're here. Also nice rupee count.
And you've still got, what, 4 checks in Jabu that could potentially have one of the 2 things that we need.
Mm-hmm. I do love when Jabu actually has something that's not bad. It's rare, but it happens.
And, yeah, I mean, there could always be more stuff in IGC too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that was a strength on the volcano. Did Volc grab beans when he came up the river? Did he come up the river? I didn't even notice how he got into
Yeah, he came up the river because he carried the cuckoo all the way up. I think he grabbed beans on the way up. He has them marked on his... Wait, oh, it's magic. Magic me. Magic looks like magic beans on the tracker.
If he got beans and he goes and plays Bolero after he gets out of Jabu, that will tell us that there's something on top of the volcano.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's
I think
strength
this
3,
is
you
the first...
definitely want that before IGC.
Right. Is this the first child shooting we see, or did Volc do this earlier? I know they were at Night Market earlier.
I don't think they did it earlier. I think this is the first time we're seeing this.
So for anyone coming in late, we know based on path hints that 2 good things are in IGC, but there's 2 things that we're still looking for.
That's where
that's where Tunic goes. There it goes. Oh yeah, and happy 1 hour, everybody. I am Out of This World Burrito, and co-commentating with me is Tomotalk. And we want to thank our racers, Volc and Alexis, for sharing their restreams with us during this lower bracket round 4 match. We also want to thank our trackers,
Sigma 5 and Lady Draco.
Yeah, thank you very much for being here. And of course, our restreamer, VT Slacker, the designated adult during the restream, I would say.
Who is not doing that. He's not slacking at all. He's doing a great job at keeping the heads up and everything else and fixing the little bugs that seem to keep cropping up on him.
We should get him some bug spray for Valentine's Day.
Is that a repeat for the final chest in Ice Cavern?
Mm-hmm. All right, time to go in the fish.
Alexis will be disappointed here.
Yeah, we have already seen Child Spirit earlier on Volc's side. We know there's nothing on Child Spirit required. But again, it being hinted and you not knowing about where the keys are, definitely a good place to go check.
But there is absolutely nothing here. There are 2 small chests.
All right, we're about to see what I've been told the most powerful weapon in the game here, Rudo. Getting yeeted by Volc here through Jabu. As Alexis plays Prelude, and gets the hell out of Spirit.
Nothing else. I would not mind seeing Fast Jabu turned on to where she's already upstairs again.
I agree, but I'm a Jabu hater, so.
I mean, this is, at this point, for like, especially for people at this point, it's like, this is just a moment of tedious that does nothing except prolong things. Yeah, it's not like most of the others where you're skipping checks to do that. This one, you're not really skipping anything except for a skull.
Yeah, if these settings included randoming the business scrubs or even randoming the skulls, then at least you could say, well, you get a check going this way. But in these settings, we don't, so.
Yeah. I think there's a cow down there by the scrub, too. I'm always a fan of cow sanity.
Is there a cow? I thought that was Master Quest.
It might be Master Quest, but I thought there was one by this. There was someone in there somewhere, though.
No cow and vanilla. Okay, I'm not crazy.
I'm a huge fan of cow sanity. That's one of my favorite modes.
Cow sanity is funny, but when it's cow and house, I do cry inside.
At least that's usually an always hint.
MQ has the cow switch is correct. That's what it's notorious for. If there's so many people who haven't played MQ, but they know about the cow switches.
MQ is just such a mess otherwise, though, you know?
Hey, you're getting your wish. There's a big chest in here in Jobin.
So, Scrubs did... Yeah, let's see what this is first.
Oh, it's Nary's love.
Everyone was food safely. Scrubs did last month. They did a Winter Wonderland, so it's 8 random settings. And their last one, the surprise, was Master Quest Trials in Ganon's Castle. And that was a fun watch, just because that's just some ridiculousness.
Yeah.
But those were some fun seeds. A bunch of random different things for settings. That one also had escape on, or collapse on, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, you like running collapse?
I like watching collapse, especially
Okay,
when
that's
the runners that are
different.
really good. It's just, you know, watching runners that are really good at the game do collapse. It's a nice, one of the nice things to see to watch. It's like watching someone that can do fire hour entry really well. You know, they just nail it. It's just such a good thing to see when it's done. You know, like the quick kills and everything else. When someone can do it really good and make it look easy, it's just such a nice thing to watch.
That's true. I see where you're coming from. Like, I like watching these racers execute really well in these dungeons, to your point. So, like, I know there's the always joke being like, oh, Bear and Shadow, time to go do something for 15 minutes and come back. But Shadow Temple has a lot of opportunities for runners to lose time. I've seen races where it's a Bear and Shadow and people void out in the big guillotine room with the sliding platform. I've seen that happen. That's cost them time that really hurt them on the race. So it's still a really stressful time if you're watching like each individual play. But I also know a lot of people who watch this are runners who have done Shadow in their sleep. So I also relate to that, especially once you get to the boat.
Shadow's just always the fun one to see. You know, just to see what the keylay is going to give you, whether or not it's going to be a nice Shadow for go mode or just going to troll the hell out of you.
Yeah. Well, it seems the trend is that if it's Bear and Shadow, then you're going to have to do all of Shadow because your boss key and your last key will be in back Shadow. You have to knock on the manager's door. Always.
Oh.
So Alexis is finding their K-Sword, which looks to be the path to resolving that path in for Spirit earlier.
We did get Rudos. We got Rudos.
Yeah, we did get Rudos out of Deku Tree.
Definitely, that's the path in.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with that boomerang being in an unhinted field.
Oh yeah, that's nuts.
Unhinted
That's
boomerang
quite the
and
pull.
Unhinted something else. And we'll see what the other something else is here in a little bit, because Volc is just about done with... Or, I mean, not just about done, but he's very close to being done with Jabba.
Yeah, we just got Big Octo, casually a terrible boss. For these racers, though, it's just a speed bump. A very big jiggly one.
I mean, literally, it's a speed bump. It runs into you, knocks you over as a speed bump, and then you just turn around and smack it in the ass.
I'm just imagining you driving some vehicle, then all of a sudden a speed bump just setting you off, and you just getting out of your car and slapping a speed bump on the ass. Wherever the speed bump's ass may be.
Somewhere on the back of it.
Who's getting smacked in the ass? A speed bump. Chad, I'm gonna need you to rename all your cells with speed bump with a number after it, and then we're gonna put Tumble Talk to work.
Oh, thank you. Here's my day off. I ain't doing any work.
That's true. We can't make you work on your day off. I mean, I'm making you work with these comms. Well, you offered to be here, which I appreciate once again.
Yeah. It's always good to get as many of these races on as we can.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We were talking about you were talking about different settings earlier with Count Sanity with Scrubs League. There's also was it Random Settings League? I know
Random
a few
Settings
commentators
League.
participate in that.
Yes, Random Settings League is starting to gear up for the next season. There was an announcement the other day for it. And if you don't know what Random Settings League is, Random Settings League is just what it sounds like. So in Ocarina of Time, with the exception of, I think it's grass at this point, everything else that can be randomized in this game is randomized. Crates, pots, everything. So Random Settings League can just pretty much have all of that. There was one match I saw, it was a 98 skill bridge. That was the bridge condition to get into Ganon's Castle. You need to get 98 skill tellers in order to get into Ganon's Castle. And none of the runners know what they're getting into before the seed starts. That's the best part about it. So you go into it, you have no idea what you're getting into. You could have a 99 skill bridge seed. You could have a 1x4 seed be done in 10 seconds. You could be there for 12 hours. You never know until they start the stream.
That sounds like a ride. To Bosswife's point, do we know if there's any Twitch channels that'll be streaming RSL?
ZSR will stream it. But it's very hit or miss on what streams we actually pick up for. We do try to stream some of them, especially once it starts getting into like the later bracket stages. But because of the variance, it's very hard on volunteers for that because you don't know what you're signing up for. But we do try to get some on for the ZS. ZSR does try to get some of them on. I'm also looking forward to, I don't know if Chimp has even started looking at it, but Battle Royale Season 2 would be great. Battle Royale was... There's our hover boots.
Baronade's got him.
All right, right on the
whack.
way. Oh, that's fun. The Battle Royale it's a set time of 2 hours, but it's one hit KO. So you get points. The idea is to do points. You're not trying to actually beat the game, though you could. But the idea is to get points, and you get whoever has the most points is the one who wins. And you get points for like killing Wolfos, for killing, Iron Knuckle, stuff like that. You get points for like navigating the SFM maze on the ground, without killing the moblins or killing the Deku Scrubs or whatever. Just have to get from one to the other. So it's a lot of fun to watch. You get it's a one hit KO and you get one fairy. That's it. Yep, TF Triforce Blitz is another one. That has its own set of channels in the OOTR Discord. And that's a fun one because that could do, depending on what the settings are, you could have, I think, what's the usual setting on that type of device? So they usually do like 10? Is that what they usually do? Or is it a random amount?
And referring to the number of Triforce pieces.
Yeah. 3. Okay, so yeah, so 3 Triforce pieces. So that's the goal, is to find the 3 Triforce pieces wherever they are in the game. And those are fun to watch. I know TSG does a lot with Triforce Blitz, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And going back to Benji's point in chat earlier, there is a Master Quest tournament going on right now, which is cool to see.
Yep. I'm hoping we're going to pick some of those up because I like that concept because you don't see a lot of Master Quests. Okay, what is up here?
It is strength. I think it was Din who pointed it earlier. Eagle-eyed strength beat there.
Yep. All right, so now we're going to see some IGC, and we can see all of it, which is nice. Nope, that's not true. We can't see Shadow 2.
No. That's the one thing that I'm worried about right now. We're seeing Gorn Pot, though. Let's go. Give it up for Gorn Pot. Child Goron City.
Oops, sorry.
That's a bomb.
Does Triforce Blitz have a time limit to it? I didn't know that. But that makes it more interesting and makes the Blitz part make sense.
Yeah, that's where the Blitz comes in. That makes sense. Yeah, so there's lots of, so to the point we're getting at here, there's lots of different race settings. If standard looks a little intimidating to you, or you want something a little bit spicier than standard rule settings, which is what we're seeing here, check out the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Discord. There's plenty of leagues to get involved with, and there's definitely something you can find. Similarly, if you're getting out, Scrubs League is good to get into.
What Scrubs get to do is they'll turn off 40 and 50 skulls. They'll turn off 1500 horseback archery. Some of these harder checks that are hard to do. And it'll make it much more user-friendly if that's something that you're interested in doing. And all of the Discords that we're talking about, Silver Gauntlets, Scrubs, can be found in the ORTR main Discord.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for VT Slacker for linking those there in chat for those joining us on Twitch.
This game
was
is
that Sun was arrows?
I did not see. Is that the Sunsong chest? Is that what we just saw?
No. I think the hint was shooting the sun. I thought I saw the word sun. Might have been the Sunsong chest. Either way, it was dead.
I mean, Volc is there. He was going to get the IGC, the gauntlets for IGC. So now he's just looking at he goes. So this will be him going. Yeah, there he goes. He's going Prelude now to go in there.
Mm-hmm. So we are getting access to inside Ganon's castle a little bit earlier than I expected, with Shadow Medallion being on Jabu. But again, we had a very lucky boomerang pull in South Hyrule Field off the scrub on Volc's side. So that definitely opened this up much faster, especially since light arrows were just sitting in Mido's house. And we had a hook shot and bow within like 15 minutes. So Force was just right there because we found our first strength not long after that.
Yeah, so now we should find Dins and a Mirror Shield in here and being go mode. In theory.
Seems like it. In theory. The only problem is that Volc has not done Ice Cavern yet, so he has not gone and got his Nocturne.
But he knows it's there.
Right.
So at least that's, he's not questioning if it's there or all dungeons. No, I think he saw OoT in too.
Ooh, he's taking the play to go up and likely going to see him set wind up here after clearing out and checking this chest.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Let's hope it's not a long shot. Well, with hovers, long shot opens up back to Shadow at least. Shadow Trial.
Yeah, a long shot wouldn't be a bad find in IGC, just so you can make sure that you have everything.
Now, the seed was giving us items like Epona Song, Hookshot Bow. We got Strength 2 without too much fanfare. Oh, there's a big chest there. Which, to your point earlier, going to Gerudo's Fortress didn't look too bad, but with the items we're finding and the hints we still have, Gerudo Fortress and GTG just might not be the way to go, but we still got some seed left to see here, so. Yes!
There's that gold scale. Okay, so, hold on.
Logical first bump, baby!
Yeah, that's logical first bomb back, because you could do Jabu and Forest without it.
We got a man box.
Hold on, no.
No?
Yes, no, you could, because you get, what you end up having to do is get the hammer from Deku and go to the grotto in South Hyrule Field and use the hammer to get in there. So you would need the hammer out of Deku to do it. But yes, that's in logic. Where was the second bomb back? That was in the back of...
back of Dodongos. That was bomb lock.
So, yeah, so that's not...
Or hammer locks.
Back. That's... No, because you still need bombs to get through the eyes, logically.
Oh, sure. Right, eyes. So yeah, that was bomb locked. So technically,
nothing in here. Oh, at least nothing yet. Was there a key? There's a key though, so at least we can continue.
We can check the Zelda's Lullaby back here.
Nothing. There's nothing in Light Trial.
Oh, we got Lullaby still.
Picked up that scale. I mean, there could be something in Tech Grotto still.
That's true. Feel like it's suddenly AD. We don't know yet. We still got plenty of checks in here. I mean, we can't check back of Shadow Trial. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Uh-oh. Another bad dead check. Run it out.
We haven't seen Forest. We haven't seen Water. We haven't seen Shadow. We haven't seen Spirit. So we still got a few checks.
Well, Shadow is barren.
No, I mean Shadow Trial.
Oh, Shadow Trial. Got it.
The first trial. We still haven't seen that first chest.
Gold scale pass would be hilarious. We still have checks though. I don't want to call a gold scale. That would suck.
What else do we have for bomb checks that we haven't seen yet?
All right, that one's dead, and we're gonna peek this with lens. It looks like. See what's in the second chest. Looks like it was nothing.
Always nice.
All right. Still have Forest, Water, and Shadow.
What is Alexis doing?
Going back to adult, because they haven't found their boomerang yet, so they can't do much more as child.
Did they? I mean, they must have finished that good when they were in there, did they?
I'm assuming they did. I'm too hung up by this big chest that disappeared in Forest Trial.
So everybody says?
There you go. There's Dins. Okay, so this is Bongo.
Shadow.
Yeah.
No, I mean, at the very least, no, Shadow's barren, so there's nothing that could be in there.
Right. There's another big chest. Okay, here you go.
And there should be Mirror Shield?
Yeah,
Mirror
all right.
Shield.
So,
that's go mode.
so the gold scale was bait.
I'll almost go mode for Volc. Volc still needs to go pick up that Nocturne. But he does know where it is, and that's why he's grabbing the blue fire, because he didn't get the BFAs.
No. Yeah, with all the hints we had towards IGC, we knew we were going to find at least two things, so we know we were getting paid out here.
And that fire makes it nice and quick, because he's got... I think he's got it on the bottle of blue fire in it already too, right? Because he picked up that one that was hinted.
Mm-hmm.
A little OBS action there from Alexis.
My immersion.
Rang was on the South Hyrule Field Scrub Grotto.
Yep. Alexis does have a uphill battle to catch up. First problem here is they were doing. Looks like they're doing Haunted Wasteland forward or backwards, reversing Haunted Wasteland, which is, not the play at the moment, as we know, based on where everything is. And Alexis has not checked South Hyrule Field, which is where that ring was, which wasn't hinted. So even though Volc has to go do Ice Cavern still to do Nocturne, Volc knows how to finish this seed.
What are you doing, Volc?
Playing us a little concert, that's all. Yo, Hoverzinger, let's go! But yeah, Volc is in no mode.
So
They
the
know.
casino item, though, for this seed was the boomerang. Everything else was somewhere where we went, somewhere we were hinted, except for the boomerang.
Mm-hmm. So, maybe I missed it earlier. What's the play of reversing Haunted Wasteland here, even though you have Eponas and you have Serenade?
I mean, it's still faster,
Oh, okay.
but it's like a toss-up, I guess, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, crossing the wasteland isn't logic.
Right, because we have Lens already.
Yeah. And we have... no, not for... Well, it's not for Alexis, because Alexis doesn't have those hover boots. But
Oh, sure.
in theory, it's... I mean, we know it's illogical, because we have the hover boots from Javu, but still.
I guess my main point was, even if it is faster, you can't check going by torches yet. No fire.
Yeah.
And if you're over here, I don't know, you could check South Hyrule Field, for example. Obviously, we now know that's good, but again, Serenade, check South Hyrule Field, which Alexis hasn't done yet, and then just jump with Epona.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You're right. Doing the lake to opponent probably would be better, because it would let you check, you know, everything in the lake, the 2 checks at South Hyrule Field that you go past anyway, in Druva Valley, because you still have tutors, you can check that, do everything else that's out there. You have the hammer, you can check the hammer rocks. So,
Yeah, we are going to see HBA, though. So there's that at least.
Yeah, let's see what's here. I mean, we've seen ice, and we know that Volc isn't picking anything up anyway.
Mm-hmm. Volc knows that there's nothing in here that they could really need at this point. So they were just slamming out ice.
With 2 balls of blue fire, you don't even need to stop to pick out fire.
No. Oh my goodness. Alexis is 10 points short of the 1500. I have to wait till I get turned around here.
And then just pops a nice casual 200 points right at the end there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, a wallet. That's our first wallet this seed.
So there's your Goron tunic that we don't need.
Sick. Alright, so we haven't had to actually go into stone, fire, or water yet. And it doesn't look like we're going to need to. So, avoided a potentially monstrous AD seed, since we still don't know where Longshot is.
Mm-hmm. So the word is being thrown around, and with the way that Volc routed this, yes, I would consider this a jet seed, since we are just about in go mode, less than an hour 30 in.
Mm-hmm. When do we think Volc finishes? Still has to do Shadow and finish up Spirit. So
I'd say probably 145. I don't think
Okay.
we'd be beyond.
So about 23 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's possible. I think a 145, 150. Yeah, like yeah, milk, melon, dinner sand somewhere between there. Yeah, I think that would be about right.
Yeah, I definitely say sub 2.
I mean, the dice just came up Volc today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we see Alexis right now in here digging out GTG, which they're over here. Check it out. But some routing choices here that paid off strongly for Volc, being a bit more thorough on the overworld checks. And then when finding something that they can action, like the boomerang, they just said, I don't care about the rest of Hyrule Field now. I'm just going to follow this immediately.
Go mode shadow is a myth. Even when it's in go mode, you never get a good shadow layout that'll make it actually be a go mode shadow.
Shadow maybe go, but it's never great. Well, here's a big chest for Alexis. Let's see what this is. Hey, there's your Goron tunic.
Well, there we go. We're logically Goron tunic in both directions.
Wild. Yeah, as we were talking about earlier, Benji, that if Alexis serenaded a horse to South Hyrule Field, likely would have checked that on their way to Gerudo Valley rather than reversing from Spirit. But to the point,
the GTG too.
Yeah, but to the point again, that Tumble Talk elaborated for me. Technically faster to reverse. But I was just thinking check density, but Alexis might be in the point being like, well, if it's in Hyrule Field, oh well. Ooh, getting trolled by the Waltula on Volc's side.
Well, the thing with Go Mode Shadow is you, in theory, can miss the entire back end of Shadow. But whenever you actually can Go Mode Shadow, the keys are always back there that you need. With the boss key end up being back there and at least one of the small keys. So you don't really get to skip anything because you're still looking for those keys the whole way through. So you're still checking every room because you don't know where the keys are and they end up being back there.
Right.
In Forest, you can just do a 3-key Forest and skip a couple of keys that way. Either one of them are very good dungeons to go, to be fair, unless you can, bottle skip the elevator in Forest or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be right back a second.
No problem. So as a reminder, this is lower bracket round 4, or round 3. Volc in the next game, as it's looking like Volc might come up the winner here. Should be playing against either Aeronaut or Hyper in round 4. The Aeronaut or Hyper match has not been resolved yet, so look forward to that. Unfortunately, the loser of this match will be sunset for their Season 8. They will be eliminated from the tournament. Both very strong runners, putting up great performances, though. Really appreciate seeing the different mentalities and techniques. Both been playing very well. They just made different decisions that were both strong decisions, and again, just came up Volc. Unfortunately, this Iron Knuckle fight isn't coming up Volc as he gets slammed by that axe. I don't mean to have commentator powers like this, but it just kind of happens sometimes, everybody. I didn't try to invoke that one. We do want to come on and slam in Welcome to the Jam, though. What?
KO.
KO. Sad stuff. Rip your time. Yeah, add another 30 seconds to a minute on your time estimation, as Volc does have to climb all the way back up.
I mean, he's nervous at this point. He's like, all right, my opponent did all this. My opponent's Alexis. Alexis is the #1 seed. So it's like, I'm going up against him to try to do this. So I could see, the nerves being a thing here.
No, absolutely. Especially when you get to the end of these seeds. And from Volc's position, Volc's in no mode, about to be in go mode soon. And is like, wow, less than 90 minutes and I know how to finish this seed. Alexis must be dominating. Little does Volc know Alexis is in GTG right now, which is not going to come up with anything there.
Volc is in go mode at this point, actually. He's got knocked out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. In go mode, just finishing up medallions. Mom Spaghetti indeed, Fenris. I don't think this seed was a spaghetti seed, though. I think with the path hints we got, being as strong as they were, and the items that we got early, I don't think there was too much of a point that got a little saucy here. I think it was a pretty... Oh, well, there's another wallet in GTG. Alexis rich at least.
In fairness, that boomerang, like, it's tripping up Alexis.
Absolutely.
That boomerang very much could have made this. I mean, that's the casino part of this seed. Where is the boomerang?
I think the worst part, too, is it's not that out of the way, given what Alexis has. We've had Epona Song for a long time. We've had Serenade for a long time. It's literally the first thing you check going to South Hyrule Field. So it does feel bad. It's not like it's out in a weird spot. It's just in a spot where it might not just come up in your routing as well.
Yeah.
It's like there's a seed recently. I think it was the Zavi V Cola seed where the commentators had a good discussion about it's difficult to route in some areas like Child Goron City. It's just like one of those areas where it's just like, when do I get to it? South Hyrule Field can be like that for some runners.
Especially when you've done the other checks around them too. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rang was on the South Hyrule Field
Scrub.
route. That's the word I was looking for. Scrub route.
We might see Alexis go back to Lake and around to Hyrule Field, maybe here. Hard to say.
I mean, it looks like he's kind of heading that way. Because it looks like he's going to jump down and check the windmill here. Not the windmill, the waterfall here. And if he does that, he may just go through and do the adult lake checks.
Yeah.
So he may get it in the next few minutes.
There's that bomb bag hint again. Time of day? Actually waiting for time of day here, looks like.
Waiting for time of day. For what, though, I wonder?
Child of Dampe?
Yeah,
Which-
looks like that.
yeah.
That's what he's doing.
I also don't think Alexis did Night Market yet. Volc do be gaming right now. That was a very good Twin Rova. Good luck on that first phase.
Yeah, now the long prologue of Baron Shadow.
Is that long shot? Yeah, but he doesn't care, looks like.
It's a great place for it.
Yeah, end of spirit.
Like,
Man, part
you
of
very
me
much-
wishes that Zora scale on IGC was Path. What sauce that would have been.
I mean, it was technically required.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about doing 2 dungeons in go mode feels awful. Especially since we knew Shadow was Baron anyways, but it was required because of the medallion, so you kind of already knew that you're going into
Here
Shadow
was a
probably
large
already ready.
child inside of Ganon's tower.
Yeah.
And Din's was in Forest Trial inside of Ganon's castle.
Mm-hmm. 2 path items, neither behind Light Trial. The odds.
There was nothing in Light Trial. There was
No,
big
didn't even
chest
need to go to. We didn't even need to go get our third strength. So we know that at the end of treasure chest mini game here, we are going to see the Stone of Agony. But get your guesses in. Left believers rejoice! You're being redeemed on Alexis stream right now.
Here's a key, starting things out. Oh, nope, not a key. Never mind. It looked like a key.
I think it was a heart.
All right, so we're looking for 5 keys in the boss key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then to point earlier, in chat, Volc did drop wind in Ganon's castle. So once he's done here with Shadow, he's just gonna enter another dungeon and wind on over.
And just back right into Shadow, really.
Mm-hmm. All lefts. Left believers. It's coming up you today.
All right, so no keys in the beginning of Shadow here.
Oh, it's already looking like it's going to be a good Shadow Temple, in quotes. Yeah, I think logically the seed, the trippiest point definitely was the how do we get logical bombs, which we've now discovered it was either going out of the way for that scale or just getting hammer out of Deku.
I mean, in fairness, we didn't need bombs for Deku. Didn't need bombs for Jab. Didn't technically need bombs for Jab, but we did need the hammer. But that was just on the way in Deku. We didn't need bombs in Forest.
Mm-mm.
Didn't really need bombs in Spirit. The only place we really needed the bombs was that one wall in Shadow Temple.
Yeah, and we technically didn't even need bombs for Iron Boots since we got Zora Scale and IGC. Iron Boots just made it more simple to get a bomb bag out of Lakeside Lab.
I mean, that's what I mean, though. You may not even really needed bombs. Can you get through that wall with blue fire arrows?
Which wall?
The one in Shadow. That's a bomb.
I think that's bomb required. I don't think you can with blue fire arrows. I know you can't with hammer.
It's very close that we could have gotten a bombless sea that, like, we didn't need the bombs.
Mm-hmm.
There we finally a key. We needed one. Okay, yes, you're right. Top of spirit to do the mirrors. That's right. I forgot about that.
We just saw that.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was somewhere.
Yeah, but to your point,
But
didn't need to do water, which obviously has bombable walls. Didn't need to do Dodonga, which, you could use hammer up until the eyes. And then didn't need, just no one even went into fire, so.
no fire dip, no water dip.
Alexis checking 10, which is Greg. That's good. There's your green rupee. Alexis didn't check for 30, 40, 50 yet, I guess. And checking 20, which is a bomb refill. And playing Prelude, looking like we're going to go back adult here. As there's nothing left for the Alexis to do, as Alexis did finish Deku, I see it on their tracker. So, and having already done Dodongo, the only thing left to do is Child, is his job. And Alexis like, well, can't do that yet. Need a ring. Where is it at?
I mean, that's what he's looking for right now. Everything else is on the way once he finds it.
Mm-hmm. I know Alexis peaked DMC earlier. I'm a little surprised. Well, I guess if he knows his third strength and he doesn't want to go away to Plant Bean, that makes sense. I forgot that he doesn't have hovers yet from Baronade.
Looks like he's going to do field checks here, so this may get him it. Or at least he's going to do a big pose. But I figure if he's out there doing one check and field, he'll probably do the rest of them. So this might get him in here.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like this. I do like the image of Link playing his ocarina behind a wall of blue fire. That is a good look.
Nice thumbnail.
Good thumbnail. I can't believe Ring was here. Thumbnail.
Alright, so there's another key, but everything's coming up junk.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to do our favorite foolish shadow, check all the places for the keys.
Now, see, if I'm in Volc's shoes here, and I know, like, the nerves and everything are hitting me, I probably would have pulled out the lens for that, just to be safe.
Oh yeah, I pull out lens every time just because I'm like, I don't remember the cycling on this thing. I'm just gonna pull out lens.
More power to him that he didn't, and that he got it first try, no problems. And that's, usually the way that these guys do that. But I don't know, nerves, I would have been like,
Mm-hmm. Also getting a nut upgrade from Alexi stream there from Big Poe.
Yeah, pretty much Ring is the only thing that was casinoable. Everything else is on the way in some shape or form or hinted.
Yeah, we found all our path hints this seed, and they were actually pretty helpful, except for Evil's Bane, because it was just Mido hoarding the light arrows.
Oh, that's right, this check needs a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what is this? I don't think we saw this.
That's another bomb bag.
Oh, right. No more bomb lock bombs.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was our logical first bomb bag, was behind the gold scale in Ganon's Castle. Yeah.
The hell? Yeah, that one could have been hammerlocked.
Oh, yeah, true.
As Kokiri was in spirit, and then Kokiri let us get into Deku, which gave us the hammer. Still, logically late bomb bag in any case. Luckily, the seed was very generous with chews this time around. Volc doing a good job of getting through that hallway. That hallway's a troll. Again, Volc's good here. They're just looking for keys. Which, there's the boss key.
Alexis should be getting that boomerang here soon, I think.
Mm-hmm. Picking
He's
up
gonna do lake, and then he'll probably do Hyrule Castle, Hyrule Field after these lake checks.
Yep. Oh, there's another key. So we need one more key.
One more key.
One more key. Is this going to be a key? We're going to save a little bit of time here in Shadow. Can't tell. His head's in the way. Nope. To the back you go.
So go mode means that you have all the items you need to finish the scene. So he has everything he needs. He just needs to finish the dungeons in order to get the key to get to Ganon. So what he's doing now is he's finishing his last medallion, which will get him the boss key in order to get through the door to get to Ganon.
Because as a reminder, in these settings, to get Ganon's boss key, you need to get all 6 medallions. Yeah, so typically when we say go mode, to Talmud's point, it just means you got the things to do the thing. You just got to finish the thing now.
So in these settings, when you get the Spirit, Shadow, and Light Arrows, which are what are required vanilla in order to get into Ganon's castle, you can get into Ganon's castle and do those checks. In order to get the boss key is behind the 6 medallions. So once you get the 6 medallions, wherever you are in the world will just magically give you the boss key to Ganon's, and then you can go do it.
What did Alexis skip? Alexis skipped South Hyrule Field. He has not gone around and checking that yet, which South Hyrule Field Scrub Grotto is the boomerang.
He should be getting it here shortly if he continues out of Lake into the field.
Yeah.
Which it looks like he's doing. So he'll get it here in a couple seconds. Just too little too late, sadly.
Yeah, we'll see a sharp return to Child here, as we found that hover boots are on Jabu. So there really wasn't much else to do, unfortunately, especially since Din's Fire and Mirror Shield are in IGC. So not finishing Spirit and not getting into Shadow. Because to Talmud's point earlier, when you do have a Bear in Shadow, that does give you some time to sit and think about what you're going to do. But unfortunately, the way the items came up, Shadow's one of, if not the last things you were doing. So it's not any time to think it's about what you're going to do. It's a time to reflect about what you didn't do. But there's Boomerang for Alexis. Oh, not want to leave anything behind, though. They're going to go check Open Grotto.
Well, he still doesn't know where those hover boots are.
That's true. And you're already down here.
The other.
Still checking hints. One thing I see is usually after about an hour and a half, I see a lot of runners just say, you know, I got the hints, it's fine, and they just stop checking, even if they're missing like a path hint. And I'm gonna check Remote Grotto out here. I don't think we've seen Tech Grotto. I don't know if they're gonna go out of their way for it. Or maybe we did earlier and I wasn't paying attention. Probably that one. But yep, here is Bolero. He did it was a heart piece. Cool. See, chat's got my back. Likely grabbing Strength 3 here because Alexis knows IGC is on the horizon. Again, hilariously not needing Strength 3 for any of the items in IGC, but when like about half of your checks are in there, you're going to want it before going in. Being thorough, too, and checking DMC Fairy. Volc finishing up with Bongo Bongo with a quick kill here. And we'll be rushing over to Ganon afterwards. And yep, there's Prelude from Alexis, because that's going to go back to Child and try and do as much Jabu as they can. Yeah, so this was a very fun seed to watch from a routing perspective, as we saw both of these runners diverge quite early in their decision makings, come back together at the beginning of their Child's segments, but then immediately take different paths in Child. Both played very well from a technical standpoint and a routing perspective. Is again, to Tom Talk's point earlier, it just came up. It was better luck for Volc for the routing decisions they made than did for Alexis. And with the real big gameplay here being checking South Hyrule Field early, which, according to chat, Alexis is a South Hyrule Field avoider, which, if true, don't blame them. They're not the fastest things to check. And again, one of those areas that can be awkward to route in sometimes. And we're seeing Volc, with their low heart count and not finding that double defense, playing it safe here on their double iron knuckle up here. Field checks can just be playing wrong, it's true, especially since it came up later in the seed, because sometimes when you're doing field checks, you can go, well, I could get a couple hints out of it, and that can give me some direction, but the hints that we found through their routing were very powerful hints, a lot of path hints, a lot of good hints to find. So it was not super tempting to go check field. Is Alexis out? Unfortunately, yes. Alexis still has Jabu Jabu, Spirit to finish, and then the entirety of Shadow Temple. There's no way to close the gap between Volc at this point. Also still has to check IGC to get their mirrors and Dins. Oh, of course, absolutely. Volc played the seed excellently. Finishing this seed in under 2 hours is no small feat. Because even Alexis, who seeded first in the qualifiers, and likely a prime candidate to demolish this seed, still likely would not finish this in under 2 hours, given the decisions they made. So Volc killing it. And as a reminder, Volc will move on to lower bracket round 4. And they will be playing against either Aeronaut or Hyper, as that match has not been decided yet, up in winners. And then, unfortunately, Alexis will be done for the Season 8. But they're a very strong runner. I'm sure they'll return to other leagues, like we talked about earlier. What if Volc dies to Ganon 200 times? If Volc dies to Ganon 200 times, I expect Volc to give 200 subs to ZSR. That's not if they die once they do it, it's only if they die 200 times consecutively in this seed right now. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Volc is an extremely strong player. Seeded 14th this season in qualifiers. And again, even though they were knocked out of winners round 1, winners round 1 by Sponge, they defeated Floosh and Keydoms to get here. Two extremely strong runners. Floosh seeded, I believe, 3rd, and had the fastest times, putting up some of the best scores during qualifiers. And then, of course, Keydom's playing very well this season as well. So there's been no easy matches for either of these players. It's true, Founders. When you losing winners round 1 definitely feels bad. Not just because it's like, damn, lost my first match, but also like, if I want to come back to finals, I got a long fight ahead of me with all the loser brackets. And Volc is making that climb. Got the Master Sword. It's time to put this pig down. It's time to fry some bacon. I guess Ganon's bacon would be the most powerful, though. But as we're coming up on the end here, I do want to thank again Tumble Talk for commentating with me. Our trackers, Lady Draco and Sigma 5 for tracking, thank you very much. And BT Slacker for restreaming. And of course, Volc and Alexis for sharing this excellent race with us. This is a really good race to go rewatch if you missed any of it. See the decisions in routing and what really played out. As the story of this race is very tiered, you know? A lot going on here, but that's GG for Volc. At about 1 hour, 48 minutes, and about, like, what, 22 seconds or something? But yeah, excellent play by Volc. Really strong routing. Same as well for Alexis, just didn't come up in their favor, unfortunately. Only off by 13. Some of you had some really tight guesses. Now, I don't know if either runner will be available for interview, but we'll hang out for a moment while we do. As we do, in chat earlier, schedule was once again shared, so make sure you check out the schedule. We have many more races in front of us. I'd say we're maybe about halfway through brackets overall. There's still a lot of lower bracket rounds to be done, so lots of excellent things going on. As we discussed earlier with Tumble Talk, there are a lot of other leagues in the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Discord, if that's something you'd be interested in. And again, a lot of other ways to play out. No, it looks like Alexis is waiting in the room, so we'll bring them in. Welcome, Alexis. GG. That was a really excellent race. How do you feel about it?
Hey, thank you. I feel, I don't know.
How do you feel about where Boomerang was? Let's start there.
Bad because I last locked, but I didn't expect to finish faster. I'm so surprised when I see his finish time.
I know, sub 2 hours is really impressive on this seed. What aside from Boomerang, what other difficulties did this seed throw you, if any?
The difficulty of the seed, except the boomerang?
Yeah, so like what was challenging, you feel?
I don't really know because yeah, I choose during the seed. I choose to play pretty safe, pretty optimized. But I literally, I think even if I do airfield for go to GTG, I think I lose anywhere. But yeah, I literally choose to rush a little more when I don't need it.
Oh, sure. We had somebody in chat mention that you're not a fan of Hyrule Field. Is that why you put it off for later?
Just no reason to do it. Basically, yeah, get a lot of items for forest really quick, and after, yeah, I guess maybe. Did they do forest and go GTG by the field after? I guess it's the best option. Did I do it? He do it or not?
No, so what Volc was able to completely avoid going into Dodongo's Cavern, which you did earlier. They also avoided Gerudo's Fortress, GTG, and Wasteland altogether, and they didn't even go to Valley. They just kept chasing progression, and then when they found Boomerang in South Hyrule Field after going for the bomb bag that was hinted using Iron Boots and Hookshot, they're like, let me go check South Hyrule Field, found Boomerang, and then immediately was like, okay, I'm chasing this progression.
Ah, okay, I see. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I see, yeah, but... Yeah, not really regret this seed. This seed is just a shitty jet.
Yeah,
I think in the qualifier it's a disaster for a lot of people for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And to what helped, I think, Volc here with that routing was that since you did Dodongo's Cavern, you found bomb bags out of logic in the back with those shoes. So that kind of helped you out, and that kind of, I think, pushed you away from Lake Hylia for a bit longer than it did Volc.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I don't think Volc found either of the other two bomb bags. That was the only bomb bag they got.
Yeah, just a Eurofield bomb bag. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So are there any other? Oh, go ahead. I was just going to ask, is there any other leagues that you're looking forward to? As I know this would be the end of Season 8 for you, but I know there's things like we were talking about, Triforce Blitz, Random Settings League, and etc. going on this year.
Yeah, probably do a lot all other tournament. Basically, Triforce Blitz, sure, especially if it's in co-op. It fits in co-op. I have already a mate, so probably do it. Random settings, sure. Multi-world if I have friends.
I'm sure there's
And,
lots of people who would love to be your friend and do this with you.
Yeah, probably. And yeah, after probably I don't know what. Probably the other tournament, Franco Tourney, if we have season 5 of this. SGL for sure. Maybe Slug Tourney. I see it in Discord. What the hell? Maybe when that happened. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot to look forward to then. We look forward to seeing you in future tournaments as well as, again, your qualifiers. You were seeded first. It was just really tough brackets with everybody being as strong as they are this year. Like, we know Zabi sent you down to lower brackets, and Zabi's been killing it up in winners.
Yeah. Yeah, I think basically the top rondo is just wait your turn, just be good and wait your turn, literally. It's just not my turn today, for the season 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's my turn for last SGL, for last season 7. Not completely, because I just making final, but I didn't win. But yeah,
Sure.
it was my turn on this both tournament, not in season 8. And it's a turn for a lot of other, and yeah, that's good for him. And I just wait, I just continue to play. I love OoT Rondo, and I just continue to play, even if you get a lot of shitty seeds. Like
Yeah, the
that.
seed wasn't great. When we saw what the medallions were, we all went, "Oh, this is gonna be icky."
Yeah, no
but we're-
dungeon sage, no
Yeah.
dungeon, and one moment he just missed Nocturne Storm and Sun. Unfortunate.
Oh, absolutely. But well, we're glad to hear you love Ocarina of Time Rando because we love watching you. You're an excellent runner, and your routing was very strong. You just came up Volc this time, and we look forward to seeing you in future seasons this year. But with that, I think it's time to hand it over to Slacker here, who might want to wrap this up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want to say give our runners Volc and Alexis a follow. Also, I want to thank our commentators, Out of This World Burrito and Pummel Talk, and of course our trackers, Sigmafied, excuse me, and Lady Draco. I'm actually going to send everybody over to Alexis so they can watch the end of Alexis's run. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Bye, have a great day, everyone.